Here you go, Jack. Is that my friend Praveen? Good afternoon, Praveen. How are you? How has your day been? Good to see you. Oh, goodness. I don't want to be up, Praveen. I'm coming. You funny boy. Oh. Hi, Bob. Good morning. Early, Bob. Are y'all heading out soon? Oh my gosh, you haven't gone to bed yet. Oh no. Were you out all night? Yeah, just got home. Wow. I bet you're beat. I hope you get to sleep. Good morning, Magnetic North. How are you, friend? Lee's not too bad. I'm glad you're doing okay, Lee. I am well. Oh, sunflowers from Praveen. Hi, Praveen. Um, Praveen, you asked how my day was. It just began. But yesterday was fine. It was long. I was ready for it to be over. There you go, Jack. Carl, good morning. Oh no, it's raining, Carl. Ouch, ouch. He says, so it was a long, hard day. Sorry to hear that, Cat. It wasn't terrible. It was just a lot of work. Made me appreciate my day off. Praveen says, yesterday, me and my wife both were watching your... Oh, were you? Oh, that's sweet. Did we cut off early yesterday? I think we did. Oh, was that yesterday? Funny, Praveen. She said Auntie is very fit and strong. So fast she is doing work. And I was really just killing time because I really didn't want to go to my next door and do real work. But thank you for that. And thank you guys for hanging out with me, Praveen. Okay. Praveen says she came on Yogi Sir's live, and I did hear her sing the song beautifully. Oh my gosh. Praveen, I was sitting there thinking, boy, if I was her husband, if I was Praveen, I would be even more in love with her right now. It was beautiful. Carl. Carl says, I poured 2 liters of drink down the sink yesterday. What kind of drink, Carl? Best Leo, hi. A lovely time. I am. I'm having a lovely time. How are you and where in the world are you, Best Leo? Debbie's about to fall on her heads. She's just hanging there by a piece of tape. Oh, he poured my company's drink down the sink. Carl, that's going to get very expensive. You can't keep buying Pepsi and pouring it down the sink. Unless you're trying to clear up some clogs. I hear Coke is better for that, though. Lee Sung Soon TV, good morning. And thank you for the like. Carl says we're getting a lot of bad strikes here. Is that lightning strikes, Carl? Praveen says yes. Coke is better for that, 100%. Praveen says here also it's raining heavily. As soon as I saw ak, ak. Let me try this. Ak, I, fuya, all, Dane. I can't do it. Hi, Maddie. Good morning. It's not raining here yet, but it might. It's very humid. That was not excellent. Don't lie. Yeah, Praveen says here in India it's monsoon season. I remember you saying that. Carl says then myself and Tina drank 2 liters of that soda that shall not be named. It took me a minute to think of something. Kassam it was. Kassam it was. I have no idea. Praveen says, Jack, Jack, hello, Jack. He's very tired. He was really a big snuggler last night. It was sweet. Lee says, update, doctor's appointment at 10:15 a.m. Is this just a checkup? What are you going for, Lee? Or are you getting your kidney looked at? Or your leg, your foot? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Oh, Maddie says 10 in chat. And please hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. Jack would love it. Oh no. Oh my gosh, Lee. No, it's not for those. Yesterday I coughed and the sink ended up with lots of fresh red blood. Oh my gosh, Lee. It doesn't sound good at all. Praveen says, Auntie, I saw your latest post on YouTube. I want to ask, is it you in the photo with the super cute baby? Yeah, it's me when I was Stitch's age. I was 12, I think. And that was my little brother. When he says, I'll be okay, life throws curveballs at us. That's very worrisome, Lee. Oh, I don't know what we're listening to, but it is forbidden. Praveen. So, so cute. Auntie was looking too. Very young. I had to try to think about it. I wasn't even wearing makeup back then, so I was very young. Lee says, like Maddie said yesterday, not to worry, it will be okay. Oh, you are so funny, Praveen. I can't even read that aloud with a straight face. Carl says, actually on my live stream, I'll have my drink that shall not be named glass beside me. You're so funny, Carl. You know what? I'm going to bring a Pepsi to your live stream. I think you should let me come up and co-stream with you, Carl. I'll bring my Pepsi, you bring your drink, and we can talk about it. Oh, there's our friends Soul to Soul and Heartless Nomad. Comment deleted. Praveen says, bring dew for me. Also, Auntie. Okay. I'll get a Pepsi, a dew, and a Doc. Lisa's cat. I'll keep you updated on what the medics say in the next few days. You'll be awaiting results. Yes, you definitely let me know how you're doing and what they say. So, Lee, are you saying you went to the doctor yesterday or you are going today? Oh no, don't bring 7 Up. No, no. You don't know how many people we've lost to 7 Up recently. A lot. I don't know what's going on over there, if they're paying better or the workload's easier, but we've lost a ton of people to 7 Up. You're going today as it happened yesterday. Okay. Yeah, Praveen says, God bless you, Magnetic. Hope everything should be fine soon. I hope so too. And Maddie is back. Thank you for that, Maddie. Lee says, they offer good pay, yes, but grass is not greener on the other side. You know what I think? Is from Pepsi, we all get trucks on the same days. Coke will get a truck, 7 Up will get a truck, and Pepsi gets a truck. And Pepsi will have like 13 pallets. Coke, 10 to 13 pallets also. 7 Up, 1 to 3 pallets that they have to work. So I could see how they would think, oh, it's much easier to work for 7 Up, but they had to go to many stores and work many trucks versus just the 1 or 2 stores we go to. But I do think overall they have a tiny bit less work. Really, Carl? Coke owns 7 Up there? That's interesting. Lee says, choose what they say. I'll be in the USA. Are you rhyming? That's interesting, Carl. Coke owns 7 Up in Ireland. That's interesting. Do they own it or they just distribute it? Because I know here Dr. Pepper gets distributed by Pepsi in some places and Coke in other places. But we don't own them. We just have a contract to deliver their items or their merchandise, their drinks. Spit it out. Carl says Pepsi is not popular here. I know, you remind me of that all the time. It's very interesting. Lee says, Cat, I'll be in the USA regardless of what health is very. Yes, you will be here very soon. But we need you healthy, Lee. Lee says, England a lot drink Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, and Tango. I think I've heard of Tango before. Carl says Coke Zero is nice. He says yes. Right, yes. Kidney and foot will take time. They will not be healed by the time they're. Maddie says, is that Imbrew? Imbrew is popular here. What in the world is that? Please tell me. Lee says, I heard that, Maddie. I must admit, since it changed, the taste is not the same flavor. Oh, a fizzy orange type of drink. And it's called Imbrew or Imbrew? So is it an orange soda like Crush or what does Coke have? Coke has Fanta. They have orange Fanta, I think. It's pronounced iron? What? What? Oh, was there an R in there? Iron Brew? And Lee says, no, it's a unique taste. Interesting. Praveen says, in India, one company, Campa, makes its own Coke flavor. Limca flavor, Fanta, and 7 Up flavor. More shocking. It's half the price of Coke, Fanta. Do. Is that Limca? So we all buy Campa Indian Company. Oh, okay. Lee says Iron Brew, pronounced Iron Brew. Carl says they've Sprite as well. And Praveen says sales of Coke, Pepsi, Fanta have gone down drastically because of the alternate drink that you have there. That's interesting. Maddie says I like flavored spring water. Do you flavor it yourself or does it come flavored? Lee says, I for one will support USA economy and buy a Pepsi and the other one. Okay, Lee says I buy the spring water pre-flavored. And Maddie says no, I just buy it. It's sugar-free, tastes really nice. Sounds like we have flavored water. I'm sure Coke does too, but I don't know what their brand is. Ours is Propel. Lee says no, a cook, as that's needed. Maddie says MacB is what I buy. Praveen says, let me come from another account for safety, Auntie, for telling the main stupid reason. Also, Coke and Pepsi sales going down. Okay. Hi, Mr. Dollar City. MacB is better than Volvic. Thank you for the like, Mr. Dollar City. This is not Coke. Carl says, I'm reporting you to Coke for putting them down. Oh no, don't tell my friends at Coke that I talk bad about them. Oh, never mind, they already know. Lisa's cat, what did you just say? I was reading something. Hi, Praveen, Sigma Rule Universe. Hello. I'm not sure what I said, Lee. I said something about my friends from Coke. Yeah. You said the C word like 3 times now. I think we cursed you. I did it for Carl. He says, no, there it is again. Obviously, it's not that serious. I just like to play it up. Sigma says, after listening to the reason, you also will laugh like we laugh here. Let's hear it. Lee says, agree, works work regardless. Yes. And in the end, we all work together. We're all basically pretty good friends. Carl says, I'm getting a Coke baseball cap. Cool. Are you going to wear it on your live stream? Lee says, Kat, have you embraced change and accepted oatmeal? Yes. Yes, I have. Except for yesterday, I bought not oatmeal. Words escaped me this morning. It's really interesting. Good morning, Yogi. Oatmeal is our savior. Sigma says, in India, there is huge population of Muslims. They said USA have helped Israel in attack to Pakistan. So we all Muslim should avoid every item which is made in USA. So all Muslims are avoiding. I heard this reason from my own ears and many, many times, and we laugh. They all go for Campa. Lee says, but yet you've not accepted Debbie. Listen, you try living with her. You'll see. You'll see, Lee. Everybody thinks she's cute and innocent. So that's the reason the soda sales have gone down, Praveen. Lee says, Yogi, apologies. I'll not be able to make it in your stream this morning. Yogi says, that's okay, Lee. Always appreciate it when you're able. Yogi, prayers for Lee. He's going to the doctor this morning. And Praveen is back from the main account. Glad to see you back. Lee says, I don't accept Debbie in my life. No, life simple as it is. Praveen says, yes, Auntie, this is the reason for Muslims and for us low price. In both conditions, sales of Coke, etc. have gone down. The soda sales have gone down in general here, just overall. So the prices are getting a little obnoxious. Lisa's cat, you can tell Yogi why. Yogi, Lee, I don't know if he was throwing up or spitting up, but a lot of blood. You would have told it better, Lee. William says, I remember when you can get a 2 liter for $1. It wasn't that long ago. That was horrendous. We'd get all the small shop owners come in and load up carts full of 2 liters. It would kill us. Okay, Yogi, if you're listening, Lee had earlier said, no, I coughed and the sink ended up with a lot of fresh blood. So that's not normal. And good morning, William. I'm sorry you got me off on a tangent about $1 2 liters. That was hell. Praveen says, it seems my messages from this account is not visible to Magnetic. No reply from this account, but got a reply instantly for your Sigma account. I don't know, Praveen. Praveen says, take good care of yourself, Magnetic, and remember, I'll remember you in my prayers. William says they are $3.19 to $3.99 each. That's obnoxious, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I think they're on sale. I saw them on sale at Food City yesterday. $2.50. Lee says, sorry, I was typing. And Praveen says, thanks, Magnetic. And Lee says, thank you, Praveen, my friend. Praveen says, Magnetic, Jesus is there to protect all of us. Carl says, €2 for a 2 liter of Coke there. I don't know what that works out to. Lee says, Praveen, I'm sorry, that's not my path. We all have different ways in here, that's all I'll say. William says, I remember whenever Pringles were $1. Now they're $2.48. That's the lowest price you found. Wow. And Lee says to Praveen, but I thank you for the prayers. Neha, hello. Neha, I spent some time in your live stream yesterday. You are adorable. I didn't say anything. Lee says, hi, Neha. We get 2 liters of Coke in a number I can't read that means $1.10. That's not bad. Your prices are just different. And if everybody isn't sub to Neha, subscribe and go say hi to her. Catch her on a live. William says every peanut butter, even peanut butter, which is wild, used to sell at a 1 pound jar. I think you're trying to, but not now. They are 14 to 15 ounces, so they took out some to keep the prices relatively at face value the same. I've been noticing that with my coffee. Smaller prices go up plus smaller containers. Praveen says, hello, Neha. Must be Indian. Oh my gosh, there you are, Best Leo. So what's new, Cat? How are you feeling these days? I'm good. Really good. And where in the world are you? Did you answer me and I missed it? Neha says, yes, Praveen. William says, is that Lyra? I don't what, where, what, when, why. Lee says, after doctors, I'm taking a long walk to go meditate and think things through. Praveen says, Neha's sister, I am from India, sub-inspector in Border Security Force. Neha, no other pets, just chickens. I don't know if they're pets, though. William, what is Lena? Does that say Lena? Yes. I had a cough. Hang on. Okay. Lee, I don't know. Looked. We get $1.34 to a dollar. Is that GBP exchange rate is 0.74. Beslil says, no, I didn't answer it, Cat. Had to move away for a sec. I am in Abu Dhabi till Friday. Glad to hear you are feeling good. Oh, nice. Till Friday. Wow. So are you enjoying your time? Praveen says, thanks, Neha. So sweet of you. She is very sweet. I don't know what you said after that, before that, but she is very sweet. Neha says, I have a cute talking parrot. Do you? I have not seen that, Neha. How wonderful. Her name is Chiku. Is that correct? Neha says, subscribe, okay? Yes, everybody should subscribe to the gorgeous, adorable, so sweet Neha. Because I say so. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely subscribe to her, though. Oh, wow. Lee says, basically, my money in the USA is double what I have in the UK. Double. I didn't know it was that bad. William says, my bad. lira is used for Turkey. Indian rupee is that some? Okay, I understand what you were saying now. Praveen says that Hindi language, Auntie, because Nia asked me in Hindi, so I replied, yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with people speaking in their home language. I know I can't understand it, but yes, I think when you meet somebody, a sister like that, absolutely. Pessil says, oh yes, it's very beautiful here. I got lucky. Came in relatively cooler days too, not as hot as it gets. Oh, that's nice. Lisa's best Leo. I was wondering how you were. You're always in our thoughts. I was thinking about you the other day. I hadn't seen you in a while. Praveen says, for us Indians, when we bring money from USA, we will become very rich. But if we go from India to USA, we will get poor. $1. Pestilil says, thank you, Lee. Love you guys. And we love you. Oh, wow. So anything possible, they were out fishing all night. And I just saw on, it's a members only, unfortunately, but saltwater fishing, an absolutely amazing lightning show. Cool. I can't wait to see that. I love the lightning. Praveen says, yesterday I got my 6th YouTube payment, thanks to Jesus. Um, just your 6th? I don't know how long you've been getting monetized, Praveen, but you sound happy about it. I'm happy for you. And thanks to you and Yogi, sir, we had nothing to do with it. That was all you, Praveen. Did I read that, William? I read it to myself. The idea of living in India is nice, but I don't know enough to live there. I want to live temple life. And Lee says Tibet would be the place to live, pure peace. And Baslil says the only thing that would push me from living in India is the extreme weather. And even if I did, I wouldn't choose neither Delhi nor Mumbai. I've heard it said. I just don't know if I could say it. Praveen says, Auntie, I got monetized on December 2024. Okay. I don't know why I thought you got monetized a lot. I just feel like you've been here forever, Praveen. Basil says, the rest of India is great. And Praveen says, Basil, New Delhi. I'm just going to stop right now. It is the place where I am at now, it is my home city, and my duty area is in mountains extreme cold. Sinagar? Lee. Yes, Lee. Lisa's cat. Lee. And Jack. Praveen says, because of my army job, I'm not able to give more time to YouTube. Well, it's amazing what you've done in the amount of time that you've done it, having that full time position, Praveen. Lisa's cat is a coffee time. It is. I've got one beside me. Do you need one? He says he's out of the world today. Yes. It was funny. He just piped up and said something when somebody else. Praveen says 2 months before, when I was in war, my wife handled my account. Yes, I do know that. Lee says, no coffee. I'm good. I've got a monster. Did you hear Jack just sigh? He's like, it's okay. It's okay. They try to torture mommy with monsters and cokes, but it's okay. Mommy's a rock star. She's going to be okay. Hang on, I have to cough. Okay, maybe better. Praveen says, and due to my army job restrictions, I have to drop many, many YouTube opportunities like YouTube fan fest meetings, etc. Do you hear me? Oh my gosh. I got so much crap in my chest. I have no idea of these things that you speak of, Praveen. You are way too big for me. Fan fest meeting, etc. Are you going to be so big time that you won't talk to us anymore, Praveen? Lisa's cat, it's my poison. I know, I understand. I'll stop drinking when you find me a cure. Praveen says, best Leo, it's monsoon time in India, so almost all of India is getting rain now. Praveen says, New Delhi is the capital of India. Lee says, talking of meats. LOL, the job achieved. I heard you laugh, and that made me, thanks, Lee. I thought you were going to say something about your upcoming job. Praveen says, YouTube Fan Fest meeting means where all the big creators invited by YouTube, They can meet each other and learn more. YouTube also tells about new policies. Well, you never answered my question, Praveen. Are you going to get so big time you'll forget all about us little people? William says to somebody else, what is your opinion on brains slash technology direct interfacing? For whoever wants to take that one. But I'm guessing Praveen. I think Praveen's like the obvious, well, besides William, the obviously most smart one in this bunch. The rest of us keep our genius a little bit quieter. um, William says it's generically asked, so whoever wants to answer or pipe in their opinion. Praveen says, I am typing, Auntie, wait. You asked me. I'm telling you, wait. Lee says, I could tell you that where I'm going, I get a chance to change things from lost hidden history to found from the U.S. Civil War. That's pretty dang exciting, Lee. Basleel says, it's been a minute since I visited India. I would love to go there this winter. And Lee says, I don't know anything, to William. I could guess, but I'd be guessing and then making an answer based on a guess, which always makes me look like a hee-haw, hee-haw. Oh, really? Magnetic North says, more so as it is just learned where I'm going. All I'll say is 1864. Do you know I had a house that was built in 1862? And I thought about that. It was right before the war. I love the house. Oh, very coolly. Did you verify North versus South Carolina? I think you already told me it's North Carolina. Do you know who we need here to answer William's question or to give an opinion? Is Squirrel Sniper. I'm not for it, William. I don't want nobody messing with my brain and getting in there. I already have a fit when Yogi and Lee start reading my brain. Lee says, so when I move there, you can still call me North. Okay. It is, Basleel. It is within the USA. William says, it was more along the lines, if you think it is good or bad, and would you use it? I made an ex post stating my vehement non-consent of allowing it. You could become a digital slave for near eternity. You know what? I just, it's all too much for me to think about, so I try not to. Stop telling people you do that. Okay, you do, but I'll keep it a secret then. Lee says, Best Leo, I'll likely move to the USA in the coming months. Best Leo says, where is it? I missed it, I guess. And Lee says, North Carolina. It seems it's no longer a secret. Praveen says, I'm giving my reply. It's long, so I'm sending it in half. And that, yes, okay. Basil says, new adventure, I see. Cherish it, Lee. You deserve the excitement. He sure does. Lee says, thanks, Basil. My job is also there. Conservation. The earth. No, Lee says conservation, and Basil says conservation of. Praveen says, Auntie, you asked me if I would forget you all if I became a big YouTuber tomorrow. Yes, I did. Lee says, historical property. I'll work restoring houses pre 1900. Amazing. I love that. I love that, Lee, because I really love old houses. Lee says, historical property. I'll work restoring houses. I already said that. Still stuck on it. All right, there's Praveen. Let me cough again. Okay, had to get comfy. Praveen says, just think about it yourself, Auntie. Right now, is there any benefit for me to join yours or Yogi Sir's live sessions or to comment on your post? There is absolutely no benefit, right? Basil says, oh my, what a job, Lee. Praveen continues, when my answer will finish, I will tell you, Auntie, more to go. And Basil says, everyone here has unique jobs. It's interesting. Lee says, yes, Basil, it's a chance in a lifetime. And Taylor just for Lee. Praveen continues, yet despite being in a completely opposite time zone, I still join your lives and comment on your posts. You do. You're making me feel bad for just trying to be a little funny. I love you, Praveen. Praveen continues. In fact, it's me who should be asking you and Yogi Sir, after all the times I've joined your lives and commented on your posts, have either of you ever commented on my account 5% of that, no, you haven't. Ouch. Ouch. But still, I continue to do everything from my side because no one asked me to do it. I do it from my heart. And when something is done from the heart, it lasts for a lifetime. Did I miss Squirrel Sniper? You're right. I shouldn't even have joked about it. Good morning, Squirrel Sniper. William has an opinion. He's looking for your opinion. Thank you, Praveen. Lee says, bless you, Praveen. We know you do all from the heart, and that's why we love you. And Praveen says, I love both from my heart, Yogi Sir and Auntie. Well, I love you too. Hi, Lady Sky. Lady Sky, I saw you did a live stream yesterday. And when I went, hang on just a minute. Okay, back. Lady Sky, I saw you were live. And when I went to click on it, you had already ended it and removed it. And I'm sorry I missed you. Squall Sniper says the granny was epic, Praveen. Praveen says my wife also loves and respects you both. Hope, Auntie, you got your answer. Oh, I did. Lady Sky says I made homemade chocolate ice cream. Oh, sounds so good, chocolate ice cream. Lady Sky says, yeah, it was a short live streaming of making ice cream. Veslil is asking Praveen what you do for a living. Praveen's a soldier and a fabulous YouTuber. Well, Lady Sky, I'm really sorry I missed it. I was at work, but when I got off work, I was scrolling and just trying to catch up with people. And that's when I found you. What does Lee say? I'm about to pick you up. Lee says, Cat, so we will need chat as my sponsor I spoke with today. He said by Thursday. His internet restored from some storm damage, and the flight can be booked and confirmed. Johnny's taking off. Time off for Thursday. Asus is a soldier. That's a courageous job, Ravine. Good on you. Lee says, I feel sad with the time zone changes around the world. I miss many USA, Canada, and India lives. Maddie says, sorry, Cat. Busy with the kids. That's fine, Maddie. Kids come first, of course. And Praveen says, thanks, Best Leo. Praveen says, Yogi and Auntie are like my family. Hang on a minute. Okay. Praveen says, Yogi and Auntie, you are like my family. In between family members, small things like YouTube doesn't matter at all. Family always comes first. I agree. And Basleo says, the streak continues. Such impressive people and jobs in here. Lady Sky says, I only do like 1 hour of live streaming. Well, why did you take it down? Did you delete it? It said it was removed. Carl says, take care, everyone. Carl, before you go, Carl, wait, Carl. Carl, Carl, I love you. And I hope you have a good day. That's all. Maddie says, still have you running. Thanks, Maddie. Praveen says, wow. So, Auntie, that's why you see up again and again when doing live with Yogi Sir. Because you play live on TV and sit there on the edge of the bed, keeping backbone straight for so long. Huh? Lee says, take care, Carl. And Miss Lil says, bye, Carl. Have a good one. Lee says, tomorrow I'll have the Irish breakfast. You finally get it. Praveen says, lovely, magnetic. And Best Lil asks, Lee, is the move permanent? Squirrel Sniper says, I've just been told if I can get to DC, I have a lift to get to see Yogi and also a free flight to Texas. Cool. William says, wait, for real, you gotta meet up with. I missed something. Archaic Squirrel, that's awesome. Is that what you're talking about? You're going to meet up with Archaics? Lisa's Basil, that depends on the USA government. If I'm able to keep extending permits, yes. Basil says, oh, they will let you leave, especially since you are there to work. Praveen says, Auntie, you sound just now like the Titanic movie scene where Jack is dead. Don't Jack die. Jack. You said Carl. That's so funny, Praveen, because that Jack scene in Titanic, me and Stitch do that all the time to our Jack. Jack, don't let go. So is this a done deal, Squirrel? Lee says yes, but it still depends on if work goes. I can only be there whilst work. If I'm there 5 years, you apply to be a citizen. Praveen says, see, Auntie, my observations are so pinpoint Army training. Basley, you're funny. No, you know what? Your voice does sound like hers, Cat. Yeah, I can play that scene. That's so sad. So sad and so touching and so memorable. Squirrel said to Praveen, have you heard of the Titanic sister ship, the Olympia? And Praveen said yes. And then Squirrel said, yes, William, a dream come true, but I have my problems this end organizing family dog clients. And Lee says, Sniper, Olympia is supposed to be at the bottom of the sea. Praveen says, in the Army, I do work for the government, and when you come home for the holidays, I do housework, wife in office. I need to do house cleaning, cooking, washing, etc. Praveen, as the auntie, of course, my favorite nephew and niece, the obvious question, do you guys plan on ever having kids? Do you want kids? Is there a baby in the future? And Squirrel says the front porch and starboard hatches proves you rightly. Easy, Jack. Lee says, yes, insurance scam in the day. That's why the crew ordered down with ship. What? Huh? Anyways, Busleal says, Lee, have you ever had a chance to dive in the ocean or any body of water for that matter? And Lee says, names changed, Titanic scrapped. Lee says, Busleal, no, I can't swim. Yeah, Lee doesn't like the water like that. Oh. William is asking, wasn't it found out that they sunk the Olympia and had it written off as the Titanic or something? Basilio says maybe even with a submersible. Are you saying that to Lee? Oh, Praveen says yes, yes, Auntie soon. I'll ask the same question to us soon, Auntie. We'll invite you and Yogi Sir to India. All expenses will be mine. You don't have to do that. I've been afraid to ask you about that, but of course, it was the top question in my mind. Lee says no, Basil, not for me. Basil says, oh, Lee, I assumed with your love of discovery, you would love to see. And Lee says, Basil, it's danger enough cleaning shallow rivers of fines and waste. Basil says, fair enough. And Squirrel says, the Olympia was damaged. Okay. You just threw yourself down. Are you okay? All right. Okay. All right. Squirrel Sniper said the Olympica was damaged and due refitting was painted identical to the Titanic. Only a few distinguishing features that set them apart. The port windows. Lee says, William, the Titanic was a cover-up. Captain had to die as he had all the answers. Praveen says, in the Army, we always have an electric compass in our left hand. We see always where is north direction. So magnetic north's name and logo reminds me of my duty time. Praveen says, Auntie, you didn't give me an answer. You will come to India, or I would love to go to India. And Lee says, oh, thank you, Praveen. That means a lot to me. And Praveen says, Jack facing towards the TV means he wants to watch TV. Basleel is asking, are you still on active duty, Praveen? Praveen says, yes, Baslil, 2 months before I was in war, now in holidays. I'm just 39. My retirement age is 2044. Wow. Your retirement year. I knew that's what you meant. You joined in 2014. Whoa, wait a minute. So did you choose a 30 year, or is that something that's automatic is 30 years? Or is that just you decided your whole career is going to be? I don't know how it works there, Praveen. Basil says 2 months. Oh, the war with Pakistan. I'm glad you made it, brother. Praveen says yes. Operation Sindor. Oh, goodness. What? Lee says in the UK, people sign up. Is that sign up for 12 years, but get pension after 22 years? And breathe, cat. 12 years, yeah. Hang on a minute. And Praveen says, I am a software engineer by education, but as I completed my software engineering, from nowhere I decided to join the army. My parents got shocked and angry because the entire family, I'm the only boy. Oh. Lisa, sorry, I'm getting ready to go to the doctor. Sure, the typo was no big deal, and you get ready. No worries. Basil says, well, was lovely to catch up with you all. As always, I'm grateful to you and appreciate your streams, Kat. Love you, and I will tune in next time. I love you, Basleo. And stay safe. Have a good time. That is all. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say. Just stay safe and have a really good time. Praveen says, I myself joined the army and now running hills to jungles to snow. If I wanted, I can easily do a job in Google or Microsoft. Basil says, and congrats, Lee. Have a good one. And Lee says, see you soon, Basil. Be safe. And Praveen too. Stay strong, brothers. From Baslil. Praveen says, anyone can give you a job and money, but the army gives you money, adventure, and more importantly, power or respect in society. And Praveen says, thanks, Baslil. Um, I am a guitar fan, but I am not super talented, especially not with the guitar. I just like to play around with it. Lee's telling me to breathe. I don't want to breathe, dang it. Don't make me. You can't make me breathe if I don't want to. I'm very congested. Can you hear that? It's all in my chest, making it a little difficult. How do you feel about that, Praveen? Maybe angry, Praveen, but loved and respected. Lee says, we have storms here. Hope it clears soon, Cat. You've had that for a while. Well, ever since that couple weeks ago when I had that, whatever it was I had. It will. It'll clear up. I need to drink more water. It just takes a long time. And you have storms. He says we have storms here. Everybody's getting the rain. Praveen says, I'm following Sniper Sir also, since long. Sir is very sensible and good from heart and supportive. And it's 2 p.m. there, 2:10 p.m. there. Good morning, Goldie. Praveen says, take care, Auntie. Are you? Oh, yes. Lee says, I know, Cat. Rooting for a faster recovery. I appreciate that. Williams says, I think it would be cool to be a research assistant at a research station. And almost time for Yogi. And hello, Goldie. How are you, Goldie? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I'm really glad it's almost time for Goldie. I'm going to take Jack out afterwards, after my live stream, and then I'm going to crawl back in bed. I mean, I'm sitting in bed now, but I'm going to cuddle Jack and go back to sleep. Because somebody woke up at 1 a.m. this morning and decided she couldn't go back to sleep. Everybody's saying hello to Goldie. And Goldie says, hi, William. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Oh, poor Debbie. Oh my gosh. Leave her alone. She's not poor Debbie. You don't know her like I know her. Aw, Praveen saying, thank you, Praveen. Vamp says, This is Goldie's only fangs. That's very funny. And hi there, Praveen, from Goldie. And Lee says, see you all soon. Lee, is it almost time for you to go to the doctor? Praveen says, hello, Vamps. And Goldie says, well, I do live in Transylvania, Romania. That's very cool. And of course, perfect name. Lee says, I'm leaving now. I'm on my way. Definitely let us know how you're doing, what the doctor says. Hopefully it's something not too serious. I love you, Lee. I love you, Jack. I love you, Bubba. Goldie says, have an awesome day, Magnetic. Praveen says, I stopped all my housework to be on Auntie's Live because I can't focus on two things. Auntie's Live is important. Praveen, thank you. You could just listen and do your work. I do that a lot. That's why I don't spend a lot of time in chats. Lee says, I'll talk about it on Thursday if I get the results. Okay. And Lee says, thank you. Thank you all and love you all. Lee says, have a good day all. Never let darkness cloud the mind or heart. Well, Lee didn't complain about me buffering today, so I'm hoping there was no buffering. Vamp says, thank you, Magnetic. Great advice. How are you today, Goldie? What time is it in Romania? Goldie says she's good, and it's almost noon. It's lunchtime. So 7 hours. Interesting. Goldie, did you sing? Did you send a recording of singing? Do I remember that correctly? Or was I dreaming? Goldie says, yes, I'm eating as I speak and type. And you were not dreaming. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, I was so surprised. That was great, Goldie. So fun. I can't wait for Praveen to, not on camera, he can hide his face, to sing. I think a song could be okay, Praveen. And you're welcome. Thank you for doing that. Huh. Do you think these people with 2.2 million views would give me permission to use their music? I'm gonna reach out to them and try. Goldie, I'm good. It's my day off, so I'm not rushing around. I'm just chilling with Jack, waiting for yogi time, and then it will be nap time. I haven't had a good nap in a while. What about you, Goldie? What are you doing for the rest of your day? Hi, Praveen. Goldie says, I love a day off. Me too. I love Tuesdays. They're generally no pressure. Thanks for the hearts, Praveen. Oh, you are at work, Goldie. I'm sorry. You have the weekends off like most people. What do you do, Goldie? I was scrolling YouTube early this morning when I couldn't sleep, and there was this guy, and he calls himself a flat earther. His name is something flat earther, but he takes these pictures of people and tries to say they're the same person, and it's crazy. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, there's no way. Oh, that's right. I knew that. I knew you made pizza. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. So, do you get burned out on pizza, Goldie? Praveen says, pizza. I eat pizza like a hog. You know who we're missing this morning is Lucy. I wonder if she is sleeping in this morning. And Praveen says, again, I love pizza. Goldie says, sorry, I missed the question. The question is, are you burnt out on pizza? Or do you still like to eat it? Or are you just over it? Praveen says, we have Domino's pizza here. Most famous. I hope it's better there than it is here. Even Little Caesars is better than Domino's here. Goldie says, over almost 6 years in the industry. I'm over it. That's the way I would be too. Praveen says, wow, Goldie. And what is that song? Okay. What does that mean? Oh, I was watching. Oh, that crazy guy I was watching this morning talking about this being a symbol. He was funny. Goldie says, nowadays, I only eat if I have no other option. Yeah. Did you see Eric LaPointe's Bobcat? That's an awful big looking bobcat, isn't it? Praveen says, Auntie, I'm going. Lots and lots of pending housework. I need to take care. I need to make lunch also. It's super late, 2:28 p.m. here. Then again, I will make dinner or else I will get killed by candid food. Does she judge your food? Does she critique it? Okay, Praveen. Yes, Auntie Dangerous, the bobcat. It was so big. I just remember Florida bobcats being smaller. At least I thought. Anyways, 5 o'clock. Yay, guys, we made it. Phew. Yes, bye, Praveen. Bye, Goldie. Bye, whoever's still hanging out. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate each and every one of you that have been here with me today. And I hope the rest of whatever day you have left is fabulous. I will see you guys again later. Bye.